Hi everyone, Selena here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to start with long coffin. They're already buffed. I'm going to start by putting on Daily Charme's base coat, rubber base coat. I'll do a couple of nails, then we will move on to the next step. I'm going to use the items from my subscription box from the last video. If you haven't seen that, you should check that out. It was their Christmas box, very exciting. I highly recommend getting their subscription box. It's every 2 months, so bi-monthly, and it's a pretty good deal. It's $49 for the box, and you get well over $100 worth of items. So it's a great deal. So it's well worth it. Now moving on to our first nail. We have all the nails with base coat on. First nail, I'm actually going to put on some foil glue. And I'm going to use some foil from the box. I decided to do this nail in gold foil and gingerbread stickers. Yes, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button, that notification bell, so you're notified every time I upload a video. And are you excited for Christmas? Are you ready to go? Ready for company and family? So I use the Varnail foil glue, and so far that has been the best one for me. And I cured that for 60 seconds. And this time I rubbed the foil onto the nail instead of using a silicone tool or anything else like that. And this worked out pretty good. There was the odd spot I just kind of touched up. That was about it. Other than that, it was pretty clean transfer from the foil glue. And when I was going through these foils, I took the plaid one out because I was looking at that. I was thinking about using it. When I opened it, it's actually a bunch of different plaids and different colors of plaid on that one strip. So I thought that was kind of neat. So you don't get just all one color of the plaid or all one pattern. You get different ones. So I thought that was kind of cool. So there we go. We've got our foil all ready. And I'm going to put the Diamond Shine top coat from Daily Charme on the nail just to protect the foil, just in case I put a sticker down and I end up wanting to take it off and replace it into another area. So I just wanted to do that in case I end up having to move that sticker. I didn't want the foil to come off with it. So once I put that on, I did cure for 60 seconds. And then I got my gingerbread stickers out. And I started off with the snowflakes. And I did 3 different sizes. Small, medium, and large, I guess you could say. I started with the larger one down by the cuticle area and did a small cluster down there. Is everybody ready for Christmas? I know some people usually end up being ready by September. I wasn't one of them. I know that. I am ready now. This year was pretty quick, pretty easy. So everybody in my family, we like gift cards, stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm doing anyway. Figure everybody can have a date night and go out, have a meal, have a night out. So here I'm moving on to the deer. I'm going to put a few deer on here. I'm going to put a couple of small ones and one bigger one. I have to say I enjoyed doing this set. There was one nail that took me a very long time. It was ridiculous. I'll talk about it when we get there. So I just thought I'd speed this up a little bit for you. I mean, it's just stickers going on. And then I put some gingerbread men. And I thought this all blended in really well. So at the end, I put a little tree on the tip of the nail. Here we go. And as I was saying, I felt like this all blended in too well. So I decided to get some snowflakes, white snowflakes, and put on as well. Just a few. So I decided to do that. Put a couple on top of the nail and then one on the side. Just something to add a little bit of color. And I just wanted to let you guys know, I do have a couple of advent calendars. That's going to be my next video. I'm a little behind. However, they will be coming out soon. That video will be coming out soon. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about you guys. I have a beauty calendar and I have a nail calendar. So I'm pretty excited for this. I can't wait. It's funny because even my dad couldn't wait, and he's not normally into this stuff, and he reminded me about my video on it. So this is the snowflake I'm putting on the side. I put it on and then I just cut the other half off. Here we go. And then I just make sure it's stuck down really well. There's that nail. Now we're going to move on to the next one. And we are going to use the Polish Holiday Vibe Check, which is E55. And this was in the box. Beautiful red, glittery red. It is a cat eye. I really like this color. It's a deep red, very deep red. I was excited about the colors that were coming in the box. I couldn't wait to see what ones they were. The second color I use is my favorite out of the two. So this is the nail. I cured that for 60 seconds. This is the nail that took me a very long time. So I cut a lot of it out. I used my 12 millimeter liner brush. I started with a dot in the middle to make sure I had a good starting point. It didn't last, and it looked really wonky by the end. However, you couldn't tell by the time I was done. So every year I try to do this peppermint twist nail. Every year it's the same thing. I still suck at it. Doesn't matter how many times I do it. I should just give up by now. This is the third year in a row. I keep trying. I don't know what is wrong with me. Anyway, yeah, it's just not happening. So I kept having to wipe things off and redo them. And at first I wasn't curing as I was going. And at one point I dropped it. Then I had to wipe everything off and start over. Yes, surprise, surprise. So anyway, moving on. This is after I had dropped it. I had already started over again. So I started flash curing after that. It was getting a little frustrating. So as you can see, there's no dot in the middle and the lines don't match up in the middle. So anyway, they just look a little wonky. And I clean up as I go as well. I thought I took more of this out. I guess I didn't. Here we go. We're going to flash cure. Okay, so I quickly show you another line, I believe, and then we fast forward to the end. I'm pretty sure we do. There we go. Nice curve line. I do like how these nails turn out though. Not gonna lie. It looks so weird in the middle. Wait until it's finished. It looks really wonky. Another flash cure. And there we go. So I put some glue gel on this. You can use this for rhinestones, charms, things like that. So I'm going to put some charms on this. And in the middle, I'm going to put a candy cane charm. Has a stone on it as well. So that's why I wasn't too worried about the middle. You can't even see it really. And then I went ahead and put some smaller charms in the red area of the nail, red areas of the nail. I did some candy canes, some suckers. I just thought it would look cute. We had some small thin mini ones in the box, so I got those out. Then I got my little tool out so I could bend them to fit better to the nail. So I'll show you a few of these or a couple of these. We'll move on. And I use the same glue gel, by the way, on all the nails for all the things that I was attaching to it, to any of them. Oh, now we're going to put a little sucker on this side. And I had two different suckers. So I had the one here that's hollow in around it, and I had another one that was solid. So I used both of them. There. go. Now we're going to move on to the next one. We are going to use E88, which is $1 Million Green is what it's called. And this was my favorite out of the two in the box. Beautiful green. I like the name they came up with for it, $1 Million Green. Pretty neat name for it. So this one, I'm going around the edge with the gel glue, rhinestone gel glue. I'm actually going to use the wire that came in the box, and I'm going to outline the nail with the red wire. And I forgot myself, and I trimmed the wire off after I was done around the outer edges. And then I remembered I had to do the tip. So I did the tip off camera. And then I just cured as I went. Well, once that was all done, I put some more of that glue gel on the top. We are going to put some of the resin pieces on this. I'm going to put a wreath, and I'm going to put a stocking. Then once they're in place, we're going to cure this for 60 seconds. Afterwards, I do go back and I put a little bit more of that gel glue around the resin pieces just to keep them in place so they won't come off. So this nail is going to be all in that red, E55, Holiday Vibe Check. This is going to be a tree nail. So I'm going to use the glitter that came in the box. It was the blue snowflake and white snowflake glitter. It also had trees in it. I'm going to use the trees out of that glitter. Now you couldn't see anything happening with the magnet the first layer I did. So I decided to show you while I was doing the second layer. You really couldn't see anything with the magnet. So I thought, well, you could see a little bit of it with the second layer. So I decided just to leave that in, because I wanted to bring that out in the middle. So here I'm going to apply the rubber base over the nail. Now at this point, I forgot myself. So I went ahead and applied that, and I should have taken the tacky layer off. And the reason for that is because I got the red tacky layer on my rubber base brush. So then I had to try to clean that off, because some colors bleed more than others, even after they've been cured. So now I'm going to go through. I'm going to put all the trees all around this nail. And I really like how this turned out. I'm also going to put a metal tree charm on this, right in the middle of the nail. That glitter is really shiny. Really, really shiny. Just see it glistening. Now, when I put that base coat on, I did not cure that. It was uncured, so the glitter would stick to it. Once I had the glitter on and positioned how I wanted it, then I flash cured it. Then I went in with that glue gel. And since I was putting some on for the charm, just well to put it all over. Then that way we knew for sure that none of the glitter would come off. And there we have the tree charm. So after that, I gave it a full 60-second cure. And that was ready for a top coat. And here we're moving on to the pinky nail. So we're going to start off with E88 $1 Million Green. So this one, we are going to do four corners, but they're going to be opposites. So what I mean is they're going to be checkered. So I'm going to take a brush in a moment and I'm going to fix this up. So we do each corner opposite of one another, the same color. So you'll see what I mean here in a moment. And then, so this one's E55 Holiday Vibe Check. So we do the opposite corners with this one. So if we start off with green and red on the top, at the bottom we're going to do red and green. And keep them opposite to each other. And I did not cure the green yet, by the way. You can if you want. That's not a problem. I just went ahead and did the red as well before curing it. After that was ready, I cured for 60 seconds. Went ahead with the magnet, as you can see. I did cure it for 60 seconds after I was done that, however. Now this is going to be a star nail. I wanted this to look a bit like glass. So I put some of that glue gel on, rhinestone glue gel. We're going to work with the gold wire that came in the box. I'm going to put one down the middle vertically and then another one horizontally, separating the four corners. I also put some of that gel glue on the wire as well. It was a little difficult trying to get this on the nail, keep it in place, and cure it at the same time. So I did have to do one area at a time. So I've got the middle on. It's not cured. I was curing it all at once. Then I put the vertical one on. I cured the area down by the cuticle first. Then I repositioned the middle, made sure it was where I wanted it. And then I went ahead and cured that in the tip. I went back over it. And we're going to put some star charms on it. A big one right in the middle. And then we're going to put smaller ones in the four corners. So here I've started putting on 2 little stars in each area. There we go. Once that was done, I cured for 60 seconds. With my flash cure lamp. Then I went back over it with some glue gel. This nail ended up with so many layers. It was unbelievable. It was so thick when I was done. It looked pretty sad. Here they are. They're ready for their top coat. So, yeah, it looked pretty thick, but nothing's coming off. So I gave every nail a coat of that stuff, except the one with the resin on top and the one with the stickers. The one I'm top coating right now, I did put one over that as well. I put some over top of those charms, make sure they didn't come off. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, that notification bell. Don't forget to check out my other videos. And I'm going to leave some pictures at the end for you to check out up close and personal. And these, I think these turned out not so bad. I tried to use as much as I could out of the subscription box. And the only thing I didn't go over with the top coat was the metal nail charms in the middle that had the stones on them. Those were the only ones I didn't top coat. I didn't want to go over the stone. Sometimes I find it takes the sparkle away from it. I did go over the resin pieces. Sometimes the color can tend to chip off or scratch off of them. Figure I'd make those a little shiny like the rest of the nail. Why not? I don't know why, but I kept going over and over and over each nail. I wanted to make sure I got in each little individual groove on these resin pieces. I think out of the whole set, this tree nail was probably my favorite. I don't know why. It just was. I think it could have been the holographic tree glitter. But I definitely love this nail. And the red and the green go together really well. I really like the red and green together. It just shines and sparkles. Let me know what you think of the set. Do you have a favorite nail? Do you like one better than the other? What would you do differently? Now this one here, I just gave a thick coat of top coat because of the stickers on it. Didn't want them lifting or sticking out too much. Go. Last but not least. So stick around for the pictures. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.